And if I slip and fall too far, hang me in the Tulsa County Star.
There you go. Just a little taste.
So you're telling me with practice, I can get close to sounding like that?
We didn't say that. See, you're
closer than you are now.
Yeah.
Closer
You become a better singer. Doesn't mean you're going to sound as good as the best singer.
You go. Stay on your note.
Not bad.
Your note is here. Nope, you're flat. Go. Now you're going sharp.
Yeah.
Just hold it. You started.
Yeah.
We could do a song and record you doing it as a personal accomplishment, but I don't think that's something you're interested in.
Yeah. It.
You have to be interested in it. What?
I just can't wrap my brain around.
You look so defeated.
Like I never,
Feed me where I land if I slip and fall too far. Hang me in the Tulsa County Star.
Can I learn to sing right now?
Yes, you can, because you can hold a tune.
Maybe you and Max should do it together.
But I feel like I can't hit certain notes.
No, but you'd have to be able to put yourself to
and
a
you
point
also
where you're not
might
going to laugh.
You might not be able to now, but you can work your way to doing it.
Can I sing Santeria?
Yeah, like
and match.
I
like,
think so.
I don't practice Santeria.
I can't
I
do that.
ain't got no crystal ball.
You can't
no.
practice.
If I found $1 million and put the inflection and so you can't do that? Yes, you can.
I don't practice Santeria. See, did you hear that? No,
you
no,
were
no,
there,
no.
and you also started at the end, started to smile.
You also
which
don't
means
know how to sing, so I can tell
Yeah.
you're struggling with your
You can do
vocal
it.
boxes. You don't know. Someone has to teach you the proper technique.
You can 100% do it.
You could do it.
You could do it.
Well, now that I can do it, I want to do it. Okay, here we
I'll
guys
play
go.
it for you guys here. This is Tazon Day, the Chocolate Rain Man. Here we go.
Rain Man.
Here we go.
Hey, Sam, it's Tazon Day. I just wanted to wish you the very best in your new position with the Tom and Dan podcast. Bye-bye, Lee. No one listened to your interviews.
Oh, my God.
Bye-bye, Lee. We won't see you on the next cruise.
All right, there it is.
Hi, me Seth. We're gonna tell you a couple stories, okay? You're gonna be impressed. Me tell you 2 stories, one good, one bad. Me tell you a good one. Me promise you'll laugh. Wait, why me see chat room saying good ones seem kind of bad? Huh. One story good. One story bad. One story feel happy. One story me sad. One story me big, big hero. The next me douchebag. One story me good. Me really good. Me telling you this story good. One story me bad.
I'm sorry you talking like that is caught on. I'm sorry. It's my fault. So I was eating it last night, and I thought it would be a lot better if I swung by Fairvilla and got my wife some new negligees, some new sexy lingerie at our good friends, Fairvilla Megastore, multiple locations.
Yeah, brand new location in Sanford,
Yeah.
right off Reinhardt Road. If you haven't been there, we went by, did an ACT podcast there. Like Daniel said, lingerie, whether you want some, they've got novelty gifts. They've got some weed-inspired novelty gifts.
Yeah.
They've got regular gifts.
If you're
an
going
adult
to
section.
a bachelor party, if you're going to
Yeah.
a bachelorette party, if you're...
You want costumes.
Costuming for festival time.
You know, they got Fairvilla University online, so those are online.
If you want to learn how to eat it.
Yeah.
They got you covered.
Lots of Fairvilla locations. You can find them all at fairvilla.com.
Sam, do you have a tasty email over there for us?
Whoa, a lizard just jumped out of my email
that's
box.
the lizard.
Oh, that's our buddy. He's
Yeah, yeah.
alive.
He was hanging out my emails.
He's alive. He's been living in our couch.
Scared the crap
and
out of
he's
me.
been pooping all
What
over
kind of
it.
lizard is that? That's a dark-ass lizard.
Brought him back from the desert.
Once you go dark lizard, you never
Their
go
lizards are different out there.
back.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
weird.
that's not a traditional Florida greenie. That's
oh
some.
my God! Oh my God! That's a black mamba, and he's pooping all. Did you see all the white poops on the?
I'm gonna try to catch it and show it to the.
Oh my God!
He's. I hope that thing bites you good. And oh no!
So, but then it makes me think, what other things that were like capable as humanity to do, like skateboard tricks, anything that were just never, like no one's done it because no one saw someone do it. There's probably a lot, like.
Are you now arguing our own argument against you just because people haven't seen it doesn't mean it hasn't been done?
I'm just talking.
Driving me insane.
Sometimes I'll start a sentence, and I don't even know where it's going. I just hope I find it along the way.
I had no plan of when I started this.
No plan, man.
Like an improv conversation. Improvisation.
Yeah, we're just shooting it with a friend.
I wanted to start this off by running in jeans. That was like talk about this morning, running in jeans.
Kathleen and Jimmy bursts out of the trailer across from me, and she goes, "Oh God, you're here!" And she's like, "Come on, I want to take you to meet somebody." So she literally takes me on a tour, and we do this whole big loop of the filming location. And then by the time we make it back around, she had my trailer moved right next to hers, so that we could do our makeup every day together and listen to Beyonce, because that's what she wanted to do. And so we're sitting there, and I hear knock, 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 knock. I open the door, and it's Jennifer Aniston, and she's standing there holding a coffee, and she goes, "I read in an interview one time that you really liked this coffee, so I had it shipped in for you." And she brought it to me every morning that we filmed.
Jennifer
Aniston brought you your coffee?
Jennifer Aniston
was your coffee slave.
was my barista.
We're getting hot fruit punch from EJ.
Yeah.
Are you tired of paying too much for a haircut? Would you like a professional trim for a fraction of the cost? Introducing Tuttle's Budget Cuts. Nestled in the heart of the Hobo Fish Camp, Tuttle's Budget Cuts offer style and value. For $5, not only will you receive a haircut you'll never forget, but Tuttle will also serve you lunch. Choose between your choice of a bone-in catfish sandwich or local favorite, Tuttle Pie Surprise. Yum.
Come on down. Wait, I wasn't here to my mouth.
Too awkward, Drew. What are you doing?
Come on, no, stop.
You're nervously reading a manifesto.
Drew, you gotta stop. You look like you're sweating. You're shaking. There's sweat coming down your brow. You look like the Bud Dwyer. You remember the Bud Dwyer video?
Yeah, he's like,
hold on. He tells everybody to get back, and then he reaches in the manila envelope and he pulls out a gun. He blows his brains out. That's what it looks like you're about to do. So you gotta stop. You gotta change your body language. Okay. Remember when somebody did that to Tom Cruise? I want to say like 20 years ago.
They screwed him in the face with a water
Yeah, it was like a
gun.
British prank guy, and he had a fake microphone, and he sprayed Tom Cruise with the water, and Tom Cruise goes, "What? Why'd you do that?" No, why would you do that? Come here. No, don't run away. Don't run away.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
That's really. Hey, no. Don't run away. Don't run away. That's incredibly rude.
Why did you? I'm here. I'm answering your questions.
I'm here giving you an interview and answering your questions, and you do something really nasty. You're a jerk.
You're a jerk.
You're a jerk.
Why would you do a jerk? I love that video.
Like, is it impressive, or
No.
do you
No.
feel any type of way if it's a little
Yeah,
bit
like with your
or
husband.
a whale blast?
Yeah, with your husband. Let's say it's a thimble or a whale blast. Your choice.
I'd rather the thimble or nothing.
Okay. All right. There you go.
But maybe deep inside.
I'm like,
a whale.
God, too much whale blast.
Yeah, exactly. I do
But it's
think,
like,
yeah.
is it more of a whoa? You're like, you're
I would
shocked,
say my
but then,
counterpoint
like,
to that.
impressed.
No.
My counterpoint to that would be if I'm doing what I do, and things are, easy street. You know what I mean? Because it's going well. I don't complain.
Well, now I'm really confused.
I'm doing it.
I'm on the easy street.
I'm on Easy Street. Let's just say the street's getting easier because what I'm doing is it's lubricating the street.
Are there potholes or speed bumps?
Oh, there's always potholes.
Now I'm
There's
confused.
always potholes.
You get what's called
Chippy chop.
a wakeboarder's double jump or a double up, right?
Oh, like on a trampoline.
Like that. They do it. You'll see, like,
Dude,
everyone's
that's just math. Science. Waves, when they meet each other, will amplify each other.
Yes,
yeah, that's just science.
And then you'll see this in wakeboard boats. We'll do it for wakeboarders to do some mega trick, or like a double jet, or like a stand-up jet ski. We'll do a double flip off a double up than a wakeboard, and you could do it by turning into each other, so your wake converges into itself. And that's what happened. And I didn't know it until I went over it. And then as I went over it, I said, oh, shit, that is that's a double up. And then as I turned around to scream, hold on, giant wave, it hits me. It blasts my wife so hard that it nearly blasts her titties out.
No.
Yes. No, that's what you want. You want them to go, flagagagow.
It blasted Tommy to a straight up handstand as they get launched 5 feet.
He's a lean boy.
It blasts my wife, like her head hits the actual. She's holding on like this. It blasts her.
Did it whip her leg?
It whipped all their legs up where the point where.
They did a scorpion.
Well, they're holding on to the handles, but their bodies are
Wait a minute, so
vertical.
So your wife is doing a knack-knack with her titties out?
Yeah,
Right.
holding on where their feet are. I
bet she was pissed.
4 feet from
She
the
might
actual
have
tube
liked it.
itself, and the tube is like airborne. So I was like, oh! And then I thought it was going to blast them all off the thing.
What's your mom and Jen saying?
They're like, oh, shit!
Now you're doing it right.
No, it literally rocked the shit out of her.
Turn down for what?
life would be naught without you. Light of my life, my darling, I love you. I love you. I can forget you never. From you I ne'er can sever. Say you'll be mine forever. I love you.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath. Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I wish my refund hurry up so I can have a taxitude.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
I'ma be like, let me get 20 on pump 3.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Matter of fact, make it 25, and yes, I would like to donate to the March of Dimes, so ring me up that Coke and candy bar 2 for $2.22 deal where $1 goes to March 2. Oh, and ring these Skittles up for my kid too. And when the cashier tells me to have a nice day, I'm gonna be like, no ma'am, you have a blessed day, sugar.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Pull down my shades like Kim Kardashian, smile like Gabrielle Union.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Flip my bundles like Nicki Minaj and queen out the door like Beyonce.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Goofy face, goofy face, goofy face, heart, 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 muscle, muscle, muscle.
Time for a bath, time for bath, time for a bath, and time for bath.
Sassy black girl, sassy black girl, sassy black girl, kiss, kiss, kiss. Hashtag so what, hashtag I ain't shame, hashtag my money, hashtag call me taxitude honey.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Yes, it is the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
On the couch. I froze her. I have frozen her desk like a dead child's room. Her notebook that says notes still in the same space. In fact, the handwriting that last touched, the pen that last touched the paper of said notebook is Samantha Haar. And on the couch to kind of pick up where she left off, our good friend from Semantics Podcast and Parts Unknown, Miss Samantha Haar.
Hey, I did notice there's a new, what looks to be a dick pog.
My wife drew that. My wife drew
that.
That was Tracy's idea. Tracy did a dick sucking contest.
Oh, wow.
No.
Yeah,
she didn't do that one.
Since I left.
Tracy, as soon as you
left. Is it because I wouldn't do it? You guys hired Tracy and she did it?
The minute you left, the next day, Tracy started signing legislature.
I knew it.
She's undoing everything that you did.
Damn it.
First thing she did, she signed a big scribble writing and dick sucking contest. Tracy signed.
She's undoing all my hard work.
She undid everything you've ever done. Everything you've ever tried to diversify in this place. Tracy, day one, she undid.
Misogyny.
She said
she peed with the door open one time. She
peed.
Yeah, she's crazy.
She said from this day forward, anything goes.
Yeah, she did.
She said it.
She's like, we're gonna like, and then when things go wrong here? She always blames you. It's always you.
I knew it.
It is kind of funny that your desk is frozen in time, and where your
like my
notebook
grave.
and it's been almost a goddamn year.
It's been almost a year.
It has been, yeah.
That notebook,
March.
the phone. Okay, here, you want to hear something funny? Let's walk through this real quick because I think people are going to think, like, oh, Dan's exaggerating. Tom and Dan are not crazy. No, we're crazy. The phone that's over there that Sam used to plug in hasn't been plugged in since she...
No.
Because I don't know what to do.
The iPhone?
So been a dead iPhone there for 1 year, sitting on that ledge.
Who knows what's on there?
No, there's not. This hasn't
I used to
been touched.
record you guys secretly and send it to Butler.
Oh, I bet. Now I'm gonna load it up.
I knew it.
Now I'm gonna load it up. Now I'm gonna load it up.
You think I would have left the evidence here? Come on, guys.
I don't know. I've scraped your computer so many times.
It's
I
funny.
even took the hard drive out of that and sent it away to see if it could be analyzed. No, I didn't.
That's a funny tie-in because we're talking to him later. Right?
Yeah. We're gonna do that. We're gonna
segues.
do that.
So anyway, I want to plug BDM Appreciation Week coming up in April. We're still doing that.
Getting ahead of time. Getting ahead of this one.
Yeah, we kind of have to.
All right.
Yeah.
And so
what are you doing this year?
I mean,
everybody gets a doorknob.
Yeah. The sooner we do it, the sooner we can just stop doing the show.
I'm going to incorporate a golden ticket like Mr. Beast because I see him.
Is this going to work out like the scratch-offs where one person gets all five?
Oh, that really hurts Merchman Eric's. It really hurts his feelings.
No, we're going to randomly put a golden ticket. I don't know what you're going to get with the golden ticket yet. I'm still working that out.
Well, then it has no value then. Right?
There ain't why value.
Well, you got to get.
It's a tour of the candy.
No,
right?
if you want to undermine his golden ticket, whatever he offers, I will give anyone for free.
Ooh, a tour of Tom's garage.
No, I'll give you that for free.
No,
I'll drive you over there in my Tesla. I'll have my car drive you over to Tom's house, and when he's not looking, we'll run in there and I'll show you how terrible it looks.
No, this will be. Okay, I got it. The ultimate Tom and Dan experience.
That was an experience.
What does that even mean?
You'll see.
Know, but the way his eyes flicker. The way his eyes flicker, there's a fucking gift bag involved. I know that.
Sure.
His eyes are...
That free labor will fill.
This motherfucker is obsessed with gift bags. This guy, and he gets no gift bags for his family, only the listeners. When's the last time you got your wife a fucking gift bag?
She don't want it. No one wants it.
No one does want the gift bags.
Anyway, so that's coming up.
You have done experiences before, and some people did not.
They
paid for the experience and then never showed up.
Today's show is called The Things That He Doesn't Want Me to Tell You About Behind the Scenes. He has done 3 boating experiences. 2 of the people have died.
No.
Jessica was supposed to go on one of those.
2 of the listeners.
No, I did that one.
2 listeners.
And he died?
2 listeners.
No.
2 of them.
That was before.
2 different listeners scheduled to ride on the Tom Van boat experience.
Oh, God.
I think both of them had cardiac arrest and died.
No, one of them died.
That's a true story. 2 of them died.
Anyway.
They both died. And we lost a BDM this week. Shout out to that guy.
Yeah, no. That is
a sad week.
Why'd you bring that
up? I don't know why.
You know, we're having a fun Friday.
I deserve that. I don't know why I brought that. I just started thinking about it. I started getting sad.
No, I'm sorry for him.
Our heart goes out to you guys.
No, don't say.
It's all right. BDM appreciation.
Golden ticket.
Sign up.
Gift bag experience.
We don't even know what the golden ticket is. We don't know.
So sign up, even though Tom does not know what he's selling you.
He just said to you, Sam. He just said, "Oh, I got it."
What is it? The ultimate Tom and Dan experience.
Which of what?
Well, that will be released later.
Oh,
TBD.
This is like the Fire Festival. Line up TBD.
Yeah.
TBD. Okay, that's fair.
Anyway, you got to be a BDM to participate in BDM appreciation.
You know what I've been doing all morning? Canceling people's accounts. That's what I've been doing.
Well, we're losing them all.
Yeah, you hear
There's
that,
too many
Tanya?
subscribers.
You hear that,
in
Tanya?
this economy?
Yeah, I canceled your account, Tanya.
Yeah. There's too much shit out there that you subscribe to.
I'm off all the streams now.
All of them?
All of them.
Well, where do you get your content?
I'll talk to you off the show.
That's fair. That's fair. I know what she's doing.
Well, I'm going to look it up on the internet.
Why haven't you done it already, Mr. Magoo?
No time. There's no time for
that. Because I imagine I have to go and cancel all the other services.
Yes, of course.
And then I have to get some fire
I'm
stick
just like
from
the
Chef
BDMs.
Head.
I don't know
Chef
how to...
Head.
And then I have to go, and then it works.
Who's Chef Head?
We used to get jailbroken fire sticks from old Chef Head.
Sam got one, too.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Oh,
Butler stole
I didn't get one of those.
Well, then it was just the boys' club. It was just Butler. We'll talk to him later.
Damn it.
In fact, I think it was just the boys' club. We're like, no girls allowed. Jailbroken fire sticks for everybody, except for the girls.
Anyway.
So Maisie is now using my Chef Head jailbroken fire stick, and let's just say she wandered into some pretty adult. There's some stuff on Tubi Or Tube.
Tubi.
Yeah, she found some stuff on there.
It stops working after 2
Not
weeks.
mine. You got to update it.
Anyway,
It's like your email.
let me tell you something, Sam.
Okay.
Let me tell you something, Sam.
Let me tell you. That's a great hat. You get a free bowl of soup with that hat.
I almost had the most Tom Van thing happen to me this week.
Oh, what'd you do? What is that? You got hit on the head by a mallet, by a clown, and your pants fell down?
So, about a week and a half or 10 days ago, I got a call, and every call I get, this is society's fault that this happened to me.
It's never yours. Yeah.
and
if we know anything, it's always somebody else's fault besides Tom's.
By that, I mean my phone no longer works to take phone calls because
I love that everything that's Tom's no longer works. The Fire Stick 2 weeks, it no longer works. His phone, it no longer works. His email, it no longer works.
Well, he does.
And again, it's never Tom's fault.
He does live his life by Chef Ed rules.
it accepts phone calls, but every phone call I get is all scams.
Yeah, of course.
Or nonsense bullshit.
But it's because you answer your phone.
Yeah.
Well, no, I stopped answering it. That's why. That's
wow.
what I'm saying. It's society. I no longer answer phone calls. No longer even look at the voicemails because everything is all garbage.
Okay.
And it's what happened to the mail years ago.
Yeah.
It just everything is garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And so I stopped looking at it.
Yeah, I'm the mail guy around here. I go to the mailbox. I get the mail out. I walk back
Straight
to the office. I throw it right in the trash. I do that 5 days a week.
Yeah, so any call I get, I no longer pay attention to.
So why do you have a phone?
Well, texts. Texts are still...
And can you imagine what his wife would do if he didn't have a phone? Like, what would he do?
Also, I need to look at the internet and TikTok.
Porn.
And lots of other things.
What
But
are you doing?
Now? Yeah, why? Now you're off Pornhub.
Because I know you're not VPN. I know you don't have
X
to do
and
that.
XX, right?
X and XX, X videos.
Yeah, but doesn't
that's the only two I know.
X videos was down, no?
No, X videos still there.
Doesn't that get boring though? Don't you want to like go back to your old favorites?
Not
as much massage on the X videos.
It's all there. It's all.
No, they're old. They're older videos.
You go to a category. There's 281 pages.
Yeah, but I have every video on X videos is from 03, and I'm done with 03. I can't do it anymore.
No. Sometimes you see one, you're like, I remember that from 5 years ago. It's like
all the girls that I like on X videos have the swoopy emo hair, and I can't jack into that anymore.
Well, there's got to be other ones
because that's not into it anymore. And then occasionally on XNXX, you get the one where it's a dude fucking a hot girl with a bigger dick than him. Have you seen those where it's the hot girl sitting on the dude, and he's got it in her ass, and the girl has a bigger pecker than the dude that's fucking her?
Yeah.
It's wild.
What category is that?
I don't even know. I don't even know how I got there.
So anyway,
and they were dressed as SpongeBob.
Was this the most Tom Van thing?
No.
Oh yeah, sorry, I interrupted.
So no longer answer my phone, but the other day I was getting calls, spammed by calls.
A lot of them.
And then I answered it on the show just to see. I thought it was like an Indian call center we could fuck with or something, and it was GM Financial. And then they were calling me, but even that didn't set off a red flag because I'm like, now even a company calls me, they're trying to sell me some insurance that I don't want.
But even if it's a company that you have that nothing rattles around in there, like for instance, if I have a Tesla, if someone called me and said, "This is the Tesla." I don't even know what they call themselves, Tesla Motor Corp or whatever. I'd be like, okay, I'll give you a little more. But if they called me, they said, hey, this is VW, right? Because I'm a notorious, I've had, I don't know, 8 different VWs. I would probably hang up.
But I'm guessing that whatever they're calling me about is like, what emergency could they be calling me? They're trying to sell me something. You know,
So you're already
I've never been contacted by a financial company that I am a part of unless it's an emergency. So I would, at that point, listen to the phone call.
I don't want to.
What kind of emergency would they call me for?
I don't want to pile on, but the fact that you do have a GM vehicle, I don't know. I would have given it a little. I would give it a pause. Yeah.
But I'm just like, I would find out in another way, something, whatever.
But I do understand that you thinking, oh, this is the goddamn Chevy again. No, I'm good. I don't need anything. I don't need a new car.
Is your truck getting repoed?
So all of a sudden, Crystal calls me the other day, and Crystal's like,
"That's your wife."
hey, I happened to stumble upon some letter from GM Financial saying you're.
It's weird that you guys always find these things weeks after they've been sent, right?
2.5 months behind on
payment
on a payment on your car.
Oh, dude.
And then I'm like,
isn't that a credit
I'm
hit
like,
too?
what? And then I'm like, 2.5 months. I'm like, don't you have it set up
Somebody would have called me, sure.
Well, I was like, don't you have it set up on ACH? It's direct taken out of our bank account. You know, like she set that up.
Look how mad he's getting.
Back
very defensive posture, sir.
2017 when I bought my truck. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like you cancel a credit card and then like, the payments. That happens every once in a while.
Yeah.
Even those now, like if I get a new card, I don't even have to fill out anything new. It switches itself.
And
fancy time.
Here's why it's the most Tom Van thing. Because when I bought my truck.
Also, didn't you have me do an Indian call center voice too?
Oh,
GM,
God.
I'm like you're having me fucking with them.
When I bought my truck, Crystal set up the direct debit from my account or whatever, and then
Mommy set up your account.
Missed. Well, it's her fault because
it's never Tom's fault.
It is her fault. I don't do any of the shit in my household. If some shit with the money gets fucked up in the Dennis household, that is an Andrea fault.
Okay. Tangent for a second. The wives bitch out there because their husbands can't do anything. But guess what? You started micro doing things for us for so long.
Yeah, you stole our independence.
You stole our independence.
Yeah, you stole our independence, and now.
And you can't take it back.
And now we can't. It's too far gone, and now we're atrophied.
Yeah,
and when you're older, you can't learn new shit.
Yeah, like, if you started from the beginning, you're like, you have to do this. But you started doing it little by little for me each time, and then I just stopped doing it.
Or did you start doing the thing they asked you to do fucked up so that they would do it, and you tried to do...
That's not what we're talking about here.
Willful incompetence here.
But they took it over.
Yeah, they have to be in control that they did these micro manipulations to take our fucking power away.
Yeah.
And now look at where we're at.
It's like I had a neighbor one time that used
Get him out of the military.
They used to mow my, the swell. That's what they call it,
the swell.
Between the sidewalk and the road.
I didn't know.
Is that
what it's called?
It's like a patch of grass some people have. It's
Never knew that.
It's your property, but it's
also the county.
But it's also the county. There's pipes under there, so they could do it.
But you got to mow it.
Yeah, you got to mow it.
Bizarre.
I had a neighbor one time that used to mow my swell for me.
Yeah, I do that with my neighbor
for years, and I used to be like, "Oh, I've been mowed." I never thanked him or anything. And then finally he moved, and then one day I go out there, it's fucking
my swell's overgrown.
Overgrown, and I was
You gotta
mad.
call the cops.
What the swell?
You gotta call 911.
I was like, what the fuck?
You gotta do what smart people do. Call 911.
And all I'm saying, it was his fault for doing it so long. I got used to it.
Did you have his contact info? You should have called him. Where are you?
Back to the
missed payment.
My missed payment.
The letter.
Well, it sounds like you missed more than one payment, right?
2 months?
It was the literal last payment of my truck. The final
till when you finally own it.
Payment.
It would have been so sweet if they repoed it right before the last payment.
Oh, dude, you should have almost
God
let them
damn
do that.
it.
When Crystal set it up, she accidentally put October as the last payment instead of November. November was technically November 2024 was my last technical payment on my truck, and she had just done 1 month by accident.
Right.
So it never got paid.
Short,
1 month short.
That's bizarre. Why did they even set it up that way? Why wouldn't it just be every month until it's paid off?
Because I guess that you have to set up with your bank the ACH payment for them to allow them to take it, something like that.
Yeah, but shouldn't it go until you stop it or it's paid off? Why would it give you a choice to, hey, I'm going to pick this date to stop paying my automatic payment? That's bizarre.
They're not getting it's not like you're, that is weird.
I have no idea. It's just like Crystal's like, I must have set it up a month shy of the last payment. Anyway,
that sounds like a bank issue.
Yeah, normally I don't even set that up.
So, but then I was like, no way they would have repoed it with my last payment.
Right. And with my payment history being on time.
I paid every and then it said it was 99% almost satisfied, like 1%.
Not enough.
And then
not 100.
And then I researched it, and it turns out that this has happened before with people, and the bank will repo it.
No way.
And then
banks don't give a fuck about people.
One payment shy, and they have the right to
rules
repo
are rules. Yeah,
that's the law, baby.
And I thought that would have been
never heard of that.
The ultimate Tom Van repo. One payment shy, and they repo my truck. And
I don't even think I would bring it up to you if it happened.
And it would have been really funny if I just been fuck it and let it keep it.
I mean, for sure Tracy would have told me. But...
I literally $400 $100 shy of paying off the whole thing.
And just get a new car?
It's like $270. And they're like, fuck you, man.
That's
That's
fucking
great.
ridiculous.
That would have been good.
That is crazy.
So what did you say on air when they told you? Did you think it was a mistake?
Oh, we're doing Jerky Boys over
No,
here, you know?
no. I answered it, and then
I think we laughed.
And then I was like, it wasn't. I thought it was going to be a call center, and I didn't want to.
Yeah, hi, this is Timothy from GM
so
Financial.
you did realize it was real, and then.
Yeah, but I just thought it was like them trying to sell me something. A company calls me, I'm just like, it's bullshit.
We didn't think it was an Indian call center. We just thought it was GM calling to for him to maybe get a new line of credit or get a new car.
So, and this brings me to my new topic is all companies and anybody who ever wants to contact someone has to text them. Because if they were to text me and like, hey, this is GM Financial, you screwed up your payment, you haven't paid your last truck payment, you got to call us.
You don't get any of that. I get scam texts now.
You also are again assuming they care. They don't. They're not gonna text you. They're not gonna do something extra. You know what I mean? I have now where I have doctors calling and leaving a voicemail telling me when my appointment's going to be. Not calling and trying to schedule when I'm available. They're like, hey, your appointment is now this date at this time. If you can't make it, you're going to have to call back and talk to somebody. It's like, when did that become a thing?
Yeah.
Where you're just picking a day and time and you're telling me, what if I didn't get that voicemail?
Yeah,
what if I didn't hear it? And then I'm going to get charged a no-show fee?
That is a new thing.
That's bullshit.
And they tried to switch my recommendation. They're like, no, you're not going to see him. You're going to see this guy. I'm like, I'm sorry, you're the call center. You're just going to start switching my shit? You can't do that. You're not even a doctor.
So another thing that I saw this past couple weeks that I think marks a time period in our human history that now we are officially saturated with video surveillance. And then this kind of ties into well, I'll start with the video Crystal sent me the other day. So Crystal's like, hey, look, check out this video of our Ring doorbell.
I really feel like this is one of the best videos. Do you want me just to pop this up?
Yeah, we'll put it on Twitch.
Is this the racist lady that was screaming about a guy that was coming home to his own home?
Oh, I saw that, yeah. Well, there's a lot of those, actually.
Yeah.
Well, the white lady that doesn't understand why the black guy is in the apartment building, there's hundreds.
And it's her own husband?
Yeah.
That's real funny. Like, oh, God.
You're here. It's you again.
Oh, it's my husband.
All right. So I don't even believe this is real. I don't know how she got this. This is the rarest video on record, I feel like.
No, well, I imagine that there's probably lots of animals on people's Ring doorbell.
Not this.
But
this is truly unique. You ready?
So Crystal thought it was someone, when she first looked at it, she thought it was someone's finger that was like pressed up against the ring.
It was his neighbor that mows his grass's penis.
Swell?
Yeah.
Well, sometimes you try to push the camera lens instead of the actual doorbell.
I don't do that.
You've never done that?
Who does that?
Yeah, Grandpa,
don't put that on everybody else.
You know who does that? The guy who, just had his truck repoed. Old Magoo over here. Okay, here.
Put your glasses on, old man.
This is my favorite video. I feel like this should go to America's Funniest.
I don't think it's that rare.
I think it is. I don't think. I want the listeners.
So this is from your Ring?
Yeah.
And I want the listeners, and I want everybody. I think they're going to agree with me. I think this is the rarest video on record. Here we go. There's a lizard. You can see him, and that's his butt. And that's his tail, and he is taking a big
lizard shit.
Ginormous. I don't even know if I can put this on Twitch. That is a lizard taking. Boom!
That's
falls
karma
right
for Luca.
Oh, then he stamps his a-hole right on the camera, and then he walks off. Then he walks off. So that's the rarest video I've ever seen in my fucking.
I've definitely seen lizards, but I don't know that I've ever seen one actually shit on camera.
Yeah, the lizard took a shit, a massive shit. Dude.
Massive, big. Well, it got skinny, and then I've had those before. It starts skinny, and then somewhere along the lines, it's like, ooh, that's where he. Let's put it up again.
On our Ring doorbell.
Yeah.
And
look at that ginormous fucking lizard shit.
Yeah, it's perfectly framed too. I mean, the shit is literally dead center.
And he's like
it's
disgusting.
And it falls out, and then he goes, he kisses his asshole right to the camera, and then he's like, I'm out.
Yeah. So
also, I would like to say that your wife, the way she placed the camera, framing the poinsettia perfectly. I'm telling you, this is a fantastic video.
So a video came out a couple weeks ago, and this is the first time an asteroid landing has ever been caught on tape.
All right, you want me to play
on
this
tape?
one? Yeah, I like this. He's doubling down on the grandpa thing. All right, here we go.
I'll get
you know how you push the camera with your finger?
Something extraordinary. A sound never recorded before. captured clearly in daylight. The smash steps away from Joe Validum's house. What hurtled from the sky missed hitting the homeowner by about 2 minutes.
It landed right between my legs where I was standing.
He'd left to walk his dogs. When he got back, all he saw was a mess.
We had no idea what it was, and we were cleaning it up and going to throw it away.
But a neighbor heard a crash and questioned, was this a meteorite? The homeowners wondered too when they saw their camera and sent...
That part I don't believe.
What?
I don't believe for a second that he got out his dustpan and his broom and he was walking out, and then a neighbor ran over and goes, whoa, hold on. I heard a crash. Before you clean that up, that may have been a meteorite.
Yeah, I don't believe that either.
I don't believe that for
no
a fucking
way.
Nobody says that.
I would have thought it was something falling out of a plane before I ever thought it was a
Nobody
meteorite.
ran over and said, before you clean that up, just understand it could be a meteorite.
Yeah.
No one said that. That's a lie.
And is it the first time? I feel like there has to have been a time before.
There's been video, of course, of meteorites, a million of, but never of it's. No one actually happened to catch one
impact.
hitting the ground and the impact, and especially the sound of it. And I started researching this because I was like, I wonder if there's any, because meteorites are common, right? But they're so random that the likelihood of catching it on video, because it happens in a split second, you know what I'm saying, you don't know it's coming. You would have to reach the point as a society that there are so many cameras that they like it's so random but there's so many cameras that it finally caught one.
Everything is being captured.
And I think that marks a time period in human existence that from this day forward, or whenever this meteorite hit, because there is no other thing. I started looking this up that happens regularly that's not been videotaped. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's been caught on camera, and now we live in a society where if something happens and there's video of it. You know, somewhere.
Well, also, I'd like to preface by saying if it's a real thing, because as you look at it, there are going to be people that say like, well, that's never been caught on camera. Well, it may or may not be a real thing. It has to be something that is scientifically proven to be an actual occurrence.
That happens more than once.
I mean,
I'm not talking about something that's happened back in the day, of course. I'm saying now moving forward, everything's caught on camera, and it's and it was just interesting to me that now it's like that is our reality, because we remember a time where there were things that happened in public.
Yeah, you'd have to just take someone's word for it.
Yeah, even when thousands of people saw it, but there was no video of it. I'm like,
sure.
I was telling Daniel, I've said this before, but like the Do Action Sports Store, there are stunts that I would.
Yeah, man, we were there.
I have still pictures of like me doing a backflip on a dirt bike or on the scooters or whatever, and I have only still pictures, and there's no video in existence of it. And that's thousands of people,
might
kids.
Have an old phone that has a video. On there.
I was thinking that
no one had.
I have a yellow mini DV recorder from back in that time, and that's when I would have been just starting tagging along and like documenting some of your stuff. And I'd have to I got boxes of mini DVs. I'd have to go through there and see.
Yeah. But think about all the shit, the concerts and the radio days and stuff that if you didn't have a video footage of it because people didn't have, there was no video of it.
I think about all the people that the famous people that I met before, like
getting a picture with them was cool.
Right, like at the radio station.
Yeah, a camera phone.
Like I hugged and met Shakira, like in an elevator. Like I've talked to Jared from Subway, like people like
Beetlejuice was there.
Beetlejuice was there. I met Gary Delabate, Fred, like all these different people, Stuttering John, all these people that mean something to me,
The elevator doors opened at the radio station, and there stood Beetlejuice, and I couldn't even document me.
The fact that you're so starstruck by Beetlejuice
But
says
Shaquille
a lot.
O'Neal, like I met Shaq multiple times. No photos of that.
Don Shula came to the radio station, and
no photo, no video of that.
I mean, I love that. Be like, hey, Shula, like take a selfie. Fucking have no.
Would you have asked though?
Yes.
You don't seem like a guy that asks for selfies.
But
maybe back then.
Sam, back then, that was
because I was sitting in the green room
I've
with
ever
him.
sitting him. That's the most rattled.
He would have done it.
That's the craziest I've ever seen you.
Him and his son, and then like some other marketing
Little
guy.
Shula?
We were just standing in the green room. Nothing. He was bullshitting.
He was for the grill. He would have done it. Like he was very nice.
I had the urge to punch him in the face. I always talk about it. I had the urge to punch old
and
famous
hates old
people.
You got a lot of weird urges.
Right? You both respect them, but you also want to hurt them.
Anyway,
knock him down a peg.
I just thought the asteroid, because then I was like, wonder if I could think of anything that regularly happens in society or in the world that has not been videotaped, and that's the last thing that came up. That like this was the first time an asteroid sound hitting the ground has been videotaped, and I started to think of any other thing, and everything's
that's a good
been
one
videotaped.
because it does happen a lot. It's just not videoed a lot. Like there are some like animals that like their birthing process is so private, or so the conditions have to be so truly unique that you can't. But I don't even count those. I'm talking about things that like, because the meteorite thing to me, like, isn't that
you
just
can't
happening?
track it.
It's
Yeah,
happening
it just
all the
happens
time,
randomly.
right?
Yeah. And then it just takes us to a point where there's so many cameras that eventually got it.
I'm over cameras. I mean, trust me, we're trying to upgrade the ones in here. I am done. I'm about done with some cameras.
Are you aware, Sam, of when you're being videotaped? Like, do you ever?
I assume I am at all times.
Okay, yeah. And like even in public,
Jelly Roll doesn't.
You know.
No, he does not. Well, he's a little, he's a country bumpkin.
I think too, though, you just get comfortable, and then you just
I would never get comfortable enough whether I thought there was a camera or not in public picking my nose and eating it.
Like, see, I think
it's not like he was in his own home.
I think about it in here. Like, we are on camera more in here, and we address these cameras when we're on the live stream more than anything that I ever wanted to do in my life. This isn't something that I like was not on my bingo card, was not something I chose to do. But I take my glasses off every time we talk. I address it. I don't pick my nose. I try not to pick my teeth. I try not to bite my fingernails or suck my, like if I pick my thumbs. You guys know this. I pick my thumbs. I'm a nervous Nelly. And sometimes I'll pick them bloody, and I try not to suck. I'm aware. I am fucking aware.
You're at a sporting event where they have a Jumbotron.
Right.
Like, why the hell are you picking your nose? And whether or not you eat the booger or not. That just,
Or just something as simple as, like, things I want to say to both of you that I don't say on camera because I'm talking mad shit about people.
Well,
I don't do it.
It's like Dog the Bounty Hunter saying the N-word.
It's just like
the
that.
fact that you are so comfortable saying it means you say it a
Happens
lot.
all the time.
And the same thing with the booger eating. It's like, this is something that you do all the time.
Chat room weighing in. Ryan says, Tom wiped a booger on his sleeve on air one time, and Sam called him out on it.
I recall that.
You are Castleberry Jelly Roll.
The wiping a booger on your sleeve is
Why'd
way
you do
different
that?
than eating it.
Why did you do that?
Because I had it on my hand.
It's a little different. Not way different.
Hold on, it's a lot
It's
different.
close. It's in the same. I feel like you guys are in line together, you and Jelly Roll.
You put it visibly on your, I believe it was a black hoodie.
And aren't you both into 5Ks? He does a 5K, you do a 5K.
It's the difference between jacking off in an elementary school parking lot and in a Walmart parking lot. It's a difference.
Yeah.
One, you're like, okay.
Both are doable. Both are doable.
All right.
You want to take a little break?
Let's take a break. When
Yes,
we
sir.
come back from break, I've got, you heard about this one for Sam.
Whoa, no. These never go well.
Where I found a story that I'm like, what the fuck? And I started reading about it, and it's crazy story, and then I know it's right up Sam's alley. We have a brand new intro for Sam. She's going to tell us some stories.
I'm the last of the Hour team that finally gets an intro.
Yeah, we have an intro for you.
Sam will present to us some stories.
Yeah. And we have brand new music this is from the Sunshine Slackers. The name of the song is Sewer.
Harassment until you get the restraining order, because you could prove like, oh, I thought this person liked it. Right? If it wasn't
until that point.
If it wasn't blatantly negative, I mean, a fart is on the border of like it could be funny.
Yeah.
Like
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like you could argue like, oh, I thought this person thought it was funny, the fart. Because it can be determined or like taken as a funny gesture.
Oh, I would find it funny. That's what I'm saying.
So her lawyer, the farter's lawyer, says at the time she sent these videos, she had some drinks and she sent them. Understanding this now that she has caused the victim some distress, she sent them without malicious intent. However, the prosecution disagreed and said it was purely. So she's saying she did it out of like, hey, I was just joking around. It wasn't malicious.
Yeah, that's what you say for everything these days, right? You say anything
it was
you want. You're like, I was joking around.
Yeah.
But then the problem is the jury and everybody's looking at like, this is to your like husband's ex-girlfriend.
Right.
Like it's not to you, some coworker or like your neighbor.
Random.
Also, you should not do that to your coworkers, everybody.
No.
Don't take Tom Van's advice on
can do it
sending
us,
fart
though.
videos to your coworkers.
Send them to mediocre messages, though. I'll take your farts.
Yeah, you can send them here.
Send them here. I'll take them.
Yeah, I feel like lots of people send like messages to people, especially like text or whatever, and the people are like, oh God, like this again.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
dick
Like,
pics. Yeah,
that happens, and people
Yeah.
like, yeah.
The chat room is saying that possibly we should pivot Shark Week to a fart week where
Oh.
people have to video themselves farting and then put their face in there so we know it's a real human, and then we award a fart champion.
What's that? Not as fun. The whole joke and entertainment is a
Trying
story.
to do something new.
It was like,
Just trying
a bunch
something
of
new.
farts.
We don't have to do it. I'm just throwing it out there.
It's just a bunch of farts.
Pretty funny.
Look at this.
Yeah, pretty fun. We're just crowning the best
What did
one.
you just say? Welcome to what, Jackass? What'd you say?
Welcome to Jackass. What else you got?
Okay, so this story. What do you guys think about piercings? Are you piercing people? I know, Dan, you had your ears pierced before.
Yeah.
Do you like piercings? Do you find them
I do. I like.
attractive?
I do like them. The one thing that I
Is there one that you don't like? That you're like, oh, I hate that look.
You know, the tongue ring is a weird one.
Okay.
Because I think it didn't age as well as maybe I thought it was going to, and I see a lot of men that if you're a businessman and you have
That's a good call.
Yeah, and you
I
have
gotta say, we try not to judge around here.
I'm not
but-
anti-tongue ring either.
but
That's not what I'm saying.
You do kind of you squint your eyes when you see a businessman with a tongue ring.
Yeah, like for my wife. Like my wife is working as a project manager for a massive corporation where her team is across the globe in many different, they're speaking all different languages and stuff, and then she's got like a belly ring. I'm like, get that out of there. What are you doing?
Yeah, or
the
like,
hell are you doing, lady?
You have an eyebrow piercing, like
Eyebrow piercings are back.
Yeah, they are back.
Are they back?
Yeah.
But if you, it just
drifted down here.
screams,
You go in there and it's eyebrow.
It screams 98 to
It
me.
does.
Though.
Well, 98
back.
to 2000s is back
All
right
back.
now. Yeah.
It's all back.
And-
I bet belly rings come back.
Well, and then
Yeah, they're back.
Yeah. And I saw a guy the other day walk into a store with big ass gauged earlobes.
I have gauges.
And no, but I'm like,
I like
floppy.
The big floppers.
But it kind of looked like stuck in the past to me.
Yeah,
Like it was like
yeah.
late 90s, early 2000s, like that was a thing, and now it doesn't
That's the
seem
only
as
thing I don't
popular.
like about my ear holes is that
They won't close.
They won't close,
Mm.
and then if I scratch my ear a certain way and then smell my thumb, I smell schmeg shit or whatever that what it
Ear
is.
juice.
I don't
yeah.
know what
yeah,
it is.
It stinks.
But I wish that I would go to a doctor right now, a medical doctor, and sew that shit up. Just get
Yeah,
rid of it.
that's
No
what you have
more.
to do.
I don't want any more. Do whatever you got to do to make it so I never had an ear piercing.
Can you still put something through there?
Yeah, I could if I wanted to.
What
How do
about
you
piercings?
feel about a butt crack piercing?
I've seen these.
Cardi B just got her butt crack pierced.
Oh, come on.
Is it the top?
Yeah, you can look it up if you want. Cardi B posted a photo of her butt crack piercing. The guy that did it, Brian Keith Thompson, who this article says an expert issued a urgent health warning, which I love that the anybody can be an expert on anything. That's another thing that I think people should sit with. Just because someone is an expert witness on the stand doesn't mean they're really an expert. They're just throwing. This guy's just a guy that does piercings, right? He's no expert on health. So it says expert issues urgent health warning after Cardi B got her butt crack pierced. He is a piercer from Body Electric Tattoo in LA, and she got her gluteal microdermal.
Oh, it's up and down.
Right at
I thought it was sideways. Like,
No,
This
it's
is giving me
vertical.
the heebie-jeebies because sometimes I get a little, and I talked about this last week. This is making me want to barf a little bit. I get a little, like where I don't dry the top of my ass crack enough with a towel, and we're going to talk about towels
And
later
this is
too.
what he's talking about.
And I get like a little, almost like a little. It's like a yeast. You get like a, and then you get a split, and this in your ass crack. It's a micro split. You can't even see it.
Micro
but
split.
it stings. Like, and then if soap or water gets it, yeah, and I'm screaming.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, And Maisie's like, I get that too, Dad. I get that too.
Oh, you give it to her.
Yeah, I gave her the.
I've
we
never
got,
felt
we got
that.
a deep ass cracks. The dentist says we got deep ass cracks. Deep, stingy ass cracks. We got yeasty cracks.
My ass crack has never stung.
Yeah.
I've
Chat
never
room, help me
experienced
out. I can't be the only one that has.
So there
I can't
is-
be the only one that has the micro split in your ass crack. You guys have never had that?
No.
It hurts so bad.
At the top of your ass crack, there sometimes forms like another mini ass crack.
That's what he's saying, a mini split ass crack.
Yeah, it's a split.
And my brother had this, and we used to bully him and
A
call
double crack?
We used to
I
call
don't have
him
a double crack, but it can split.
double double butthole.
Oh,
Is it a hole?
No. We just bully him. He'd cry. We're like, double butthole, be my friends. Anyway, he's dead now.
Jesus, this Friday is not fun.
I'm doing what Daniel does. He would have laughed at it anyway. So
double butthole, my brother's dead now.
I can't believe it. Double butthole.
Daniel, do that to me all the time.
I love it.
Daniel, do to me.
He's double butthole, my brother's dead.
So,
That's the
and for I guess that's where you pierce it at your double butt crack at the top.
Yeah, so this is, I don't like this.
So, yeah, it says it's a high risk of infection
Yeah.
because of its proximity to the anus, as well as its lengthy healing process. And he says it's very hard to heal.
Also, when you first get it pierced, it's like raw
Yes.
and
Red.
bloody still,
Yes.
but then
Yeah.
you have to take a bowel movement every day. so then you're
She also
and then doo-doo.
Oh, you're kidding me.
she also wears a lot of thongs.
Yeah, yeah.
And that thing's going to get
gonna
caught up
rub-
in the string.
Yeah, it's going to rub your thong.
Yeah.
Like, even the picture, I can't even put it on Twitch. You can see that her underwear is going to irritate that thing. It's stupid.
Or
It's just a stupid thing to get.
But did you pull the thong lower than
I don't know.
than
Or
that-
do you just go commando at this point?
Yeah, it's the very top.
I think you got to go commando.
Yeah.
It's like
You're
almost.
going to get doo-doo on it.
And he
though.
says it can scar really badly. Then you're going to have a butt crack scar.
There's no need to get this. This is there's no need for this.
It seems like
I feel like it's going to get caught on things.
Yeah, your jeans,
It's a bad,
all pants.
A bad spot to be. I feel like.
Oh, my God.
Just not worth it for the. I guess. What do you get out of the piercing?
I want a gold
Just
tooth, and you guys all make
decoration?
fun
Like
of
the
me.
look of it,
I want a
yeah.
gold tooth.
Yeah, I'm
And-
into it.
And Tom and my wife and Maisie and other listeners have said that I'm a fucking idiot for saying that.
Which tooth?
I haven't decided.
Okay.
I think one of the fangs. Whichever one that the
you
web
gotta be careful. You're gonna look a little too much like Joe Pesci.
I
if you
want
do
to.
that.
That's what I want to go
Okay.
for. That's what I'm going for.
All right.
Go full
Yeah,
Marv.
I want to go full Marv. No, wait, he's not Marv.
Oh,
Marv
the tall
is,
one.
you can
Harry.
be Marv.
Harry.
I'm
Yeah,
Harry.
Harry. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought Harry was the tall one. Marv is the small
I don't know.
Pesci.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know
sorry.
anymore.
You got it all mixed up.
All right, next story.
So this is again another sad story about an Olympic great who died at 95 years old. But the reason I pulled this story is because of the guy's name, and his name is Dick Button.
All right.
Oh, this reminds me
Is
of...
there a worse name?
Yeah, Dick Titty.
Dick
The
Titty, I
professional
forgot about
golfer,
Dick
Dick Titty and his
That-
wife,
That's
Bitsy
a
Titty.
better name than
And Dick
Button.
It's
Yeah.
bad.
Dick
Now, of course, his name is Richard Button, but why would you go by Dick?
Yeah.
I know
yeah,
why you
yeah.
would go by
the,
it.
the parents should have realized, like, okay, well, our
Dick
last name
Button.
is Button. Let's get far away from Dick. Like anything
But I don't think
related
that
to
was
Dick.
a thing then. The elevator button, the button size
You
dick.
don't think so?
No, I don't think that was a thing.
But I think there's always been
95 years ago?
button dicks. You know,
I
like
don't
where
think that's been a thing.
Just the mushroom head.
But has it ever
That's a
been
new
on
thing,
video
too.
with sound?
I think mushroom head and button dick are two.
Mushroom head and button dick in the morning.
Since human existence.
How long have you wanted to call us mushroom head and button
it's
dick?
in my notebook
yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
exactly. It's the last thing you wrote. I didn't even see it.
Like you're saying that dicks have shrunk to the point
No,
of
no.
button size.
The slang
joke
word
has been around.
The slang word button dick is a newer thing. The slang word mushroom head, that's a newer thing. Old men back in the day would call things like, that's my member, or that's my ding dong, or that's my tallywhacker. They didn't say mushroom head.
And
that's a new thing.
And like buttons weren't popular until like the Industrial Revolution, until machinery. You know, there wasn't less buttons in society.
And I don't know if
like
they-
the Roman Empire, there are no buttons around.
And I feel like we liked buttons.
I guess there were shirt buttons.
Buttons.
But I
Why
mean,
do you
like
say
push
it like
buttons.
that?
He likes saying buttons.
Buttons.
Yeah, I guess there's shirt buttons. They would be
In
like,
Rome,
this looks like
they were more knots, sashes and knots.
Okay, sorry.
Ties,
All
like
right.
robe ties.
Yeah, they liked a lot of that.
Oh, so old dick button.
Oh no, that
Yeah,
was it. I
that
mean,
was it.
I was just trying to think of like different funny names, but yeah, poor Dick Button. He did pass away at the age of 95.
I miss a good funny name. We don't have people are a little too conscious of that now.
Yeah.
We won't really do much of that. I will say that, and I don't really talk about this much because I'll get some emails, but I am a big non-believer in people not naming their thing, like names that their children cannot achieve. Like I do know some people that will like name their son or daughter champion, and I'm like, don't do that. I'm very anti that, and that's not even a joke. It's kind of a serious part of me. I'm like, You might think that's cool and you might think that's funny, but you're fucking with your kid, I feel like, when you do that. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, what's the lady? Yes.
Mahomes.
Mahomes, where they're all after metal. They're all named after metals.
Yeah, I don't.
Except for you name the first one. Like this kind of goes to show you maybe a little and not him, maybe her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, the first kid was named Sterling, right?
Yeah, don't do that.
And then so like okay, it's a metal.
First name Donald.
Then bronze, and then it went to metal. And then I think that's when they're like, we fucked up Sterling. We should have named it all like it should have been silver, not Sterling.
Yeah.
Well, close enough, right?
It is, but it could have been silver.
We have alloy.
And then
aluminium.
Wait, is a new one gold?
Yeah, it's like gold or golden or something.
Yeah.
Or Goldie, I don't know, something like that.
Get out of here with that.
But if you were in the middle and you were like, oh, I got fucking bronze.
Yeah.
I got third place.
Yeah, like you got like the son's name is Champion, the daughter Sarah.
What's the next one?
Like,
Copper?
I don't. It's just. And I'm not saying
like didn't they think
do whatever the fuck you want to do. I just think it's stupid.
Didn't they think, hey, bronze is gonna grow up? Like, why'd you name me third? Like, did you name me the worst one?
Yeah.
Like,
there's worse
gold,
medals than bronze.
Silver, bronze.
No, the bronze is a lot, and then after that is participation trophies.
You get like tungsten.
And then this is our daughter's certificate.
All right.
Have you been following the Blake Lively,
yes,
Justin Baldoni, Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah, and
drama?
Okay, tell me about this, Sam, because Daniel was telling me about this. I follow nothing.
It is.
It's just
at
rich
this
people
point,
looking
it's so
stupid.
it's so much. I can't put it all together from the beginning. But basically, they're both now suing each other. She's got a sexual harassment case against him, as well as a smear campaign case against him. He countersued, I believe, both the New York Times and her, also for a smear campaign. They're leaking videos.
Yeah.
They're leaking text messages, voicemails. They are going at each other's throats.
Like
right?
when they released the voicemail, they released his voicemail, right, of him like apologizing for some rewrites.
That was a voice message,
and it was
at 2 a.m.
It's one of the creepiest, weirdest
but
shits.
There was also no context because that's the thing. They're both releasing things out of context, and then when you see the full story, it's kind of not as bad as they're trying to make it seem, or at least in my opinion, I guess I should say. He left a voice memo or whatever on her phone at like 2 a.m. and everyone's like, that's super inappropriate. But he was literally responding to her who had like texted him like 10 minutes before that. So it was like she had texted him first at like 1:45 or 1:50 a.m.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like,
then if like you get a text at that late, you could send a response that late. It's not out of
I think this is.
But in the corporate world, a lot of people find that weird, and I think it's a little different in this environment. Like we would text each other, yeah. But in the corporate world, that is seen as unprofessional.
So what are they fighting
Here's a
about?
little piece
What
of it so
started
you can
it?
hear it.
I'm really sorry. I f***ed up.
This audio is the latest
Gotta love
salvo in
extra
the
with their
never-ending
bullshit.
multi-million-dollar It Ends With Us battle.
One thing you should know about me is I will admit and apologize when I fail. I am far from perfect. I am a very flawed man.
Okay, basically, you get the idea of like what he's doing here. It's just
So they're just publicly releasing shit that. Why do people get to this point? You're like, don't they know it's just making them look bad? Like,
I don't think they do.
So.
And this is what I want to dig into because you know me well enough to know that there is a heaping helping of this style of person in me, of the I don't care how this makes me look. I'm burning this shit to the ground, right?
Yeah.
You know
Hurting
that
yourself,
in me, and
hurting them,
that's
yeah.
why I was hoping you would bring this up because that's why, or I think even earlier this week I mentioned to you, I was like, I've gotten better, right? I really think I have. Oh, especially in this kind of shit, this like being your own enemy type shit, and like looking at the big picture and going like, how is this helping me, my husband, my life, my movies, my career, my children? How is this a helping?
It's all about winning this battle,
right?
Yeah,
and I know what it feels like, and I know there are plenty of listeners that are Dans that know what it feels like to be blinded and be like, well, I have to burn this shit down. I have to burn it to the ground,
no matter what the consequence,
no matter
even
what.
if it hurts me.
Yeah, which is that's really dumb.
So have you
it's a really
heard
dumb
about?
thing to do.
Have you heard about the tie-in with how Ryan Reynolds added a character in the latest
Yes.
Deadpool movie?
Tom will like this part. I'm so glad you put
what was
this
it
in
called?
there.
Nice Pool.
Nice Pool.
Are you familiar with
No.
the character Nice Pool? Well, allegedly, according to Justin Baldoni's lawyer, they believe that Nice Pool was based on Justin Baldoni and that it was mocking him openly in the movie as like a jab.
Yeah,
right?
it was like Nice Pool was like a feminist, and Nice Pool was all about like thinking about women forward for it was like they just created him and mocked him openly, and it's like a big fuck you in the movie.
Yeah, and says his traits like a man bun hairstyle, feminist persona.
Yeah.
We're both jabs at Baldoni. So that's been a thing that's been recently going around.
And guess who would do that? Who is the guy that loves passive aggressive, loves being
That's his
super
whole personality,
creative,
yeah.
loves hiding things in there, loves getting the last laugh, loves getting the last word? Who does that? Ryan Reynolds, 100%.
Well, but wouldn't the director, producer,
He
writer?
is the director, producer, writer.
Oh, so he had full control
He's
over
the guy.
I thought that he didn't. Like,
That's his
there's
vehicle.
That's
No,
his whole
Deadpool
thing. So,
is his.
So he could
and
do
he
that.
had his hands in this movie too.
Yep,
It
he's got
ends
his-
with us.
yeah.
He kind of forced his way in. Perhaps cross some picket lines to rewrite some scenes. So like people are pissed off at him about that.
Yeah, it's just.
Isn't he embarrassed by
Thank you.
pettiness?
Yeah.
Pettiness
King Petty.
That's
should
the
be
real
embarrassing,
story.
right?
That is the real story.
Should be.
Is
Should
that
be.
when do you stop, right? Like even with grudges that I've held at like with people at the radio station, when do you get to a point where you're like
Never stop, never surrender.
But that's not good.
It's not healthy,
It's
no.
not healthy. It's not good.
No.
And I'm coming to you and like telling you like don't do what I did. Because I think about the amount of time that a grudge or resentment or anger or whatever would just clog up the works. You know, it's not a good thing to do. But I wish I had that part of you where it's like, well, why are you even focusing on these lawsuits? Why are you even doing this? This is distracting you from living your life.
Yeah, but
It's
it is-
insane.
It is entertaining, though. I will say that. Like, you could live like me and be like, water under the bridge. Who cares? Move on. It's not going to help you by doing any of this or whatever. But it's not fun. It's like gambling. The funnest gambling is the most risk. And bet it all on the Chiefs. They always win the Super
What
Bowl.
is
You know, it's like that. That's fun.
So what is that science behind the relief that a person that's a little more skewed like me, when I light the fuse, and I know that I'm sending a tweet that says, "Don't believe what Russ said." Like I'm literally lighting the bridge on. Like what?
Yeah.
I'm being serious here. What is the science on doing that? That even right now I'm triggering myself. I can feel myself.
Yeah.
Like I feel my fucking atoms vibrating. What is that?
It's got to tie into emotion and emotional release, revenge.
I'm getting jacked off like a dolphin.
Yeah.
It's
your dolphin jack off.
You can't have the people out there know that someone got one over on you or something like it's got. You got to.
Yeah. What is that?
You got to fire back. It's
Gotta have the last word.
It's destructive.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I mean, don't do it. It's not.
Well, now
it's-
Candace Owens is involved.
Yeah, you told me that. What is this?
I don't know when she started getting into celebrity gossip and entertainment news, but she is taking this extremely seriously and is now doing investigative journalism on this whole thing. And someone that worked on one of the movies is one of her sources, and they're like, why don't you check both of the credits of Deadpool and It Ends With Us? And apparently in the credits of Deadpool, the actor that plays Nice Pool, his name is Gordon Reynolds. So the character says Nice Pool, and the actor that plays him is called Gordon Reynolds. And then at the very end of It Ends With Us, Blake Lively has special thanks, and she also thanks Gordon Reynolds,
Which is her husband who played Nice Pool.
which is a knock at Justin Baldoni.
Yeah. He also, I think Ryan Reynolds does play Nice
he does,
Pool
yeah.
in the movie.
Mm-hmm. And some people claim that he's also, and I don't have any evidence that this is true. I've also not seen the movie, but not only did he do like the man bun and the earrings and all this to try and look like him, that he also added a piece of prosthetic nose to make himself look more like Justin Baldoni.
I had heard that as
which
well.
is problematic if true.
Yeah.
Remember the guy who played Olaf from Frozen? What's that guy's name?
Josh Gad.
Yeah. Remember, he's got some video on the internet saying Ryan Reynolds like bullied him. He's the biggest dickhead in the world.
Oh, I think you're thinking of the guy that was in Deadpool with him, that comedian.
TJ
Miller.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe it was
he
him
for
then,
sure did.
Yeah.
He said he would never work with him again. There's a lot of people that have.
Yeah.
Martha Stewart said that Ryan Reynolds is an asshole.
Yeah.
really?
I thought you were going to mention Martha. Martha is the number one that I'm like.
She was his neighbor.
I was like, that's weird. And she's like, I hate him. And I'm like, whoa. All
She's
right.
like, yeah, he might be funny in the movies, but he's not funny in real life.
Yeah.
And he took real offense to that.
Yeah, he
did.
He was like,
He
"Whoa,
tweeted something
yeah."
back. Yeah.
So I think he's a dickhead.
I
right?
think he's a dickhead too.
I
Yeah.
think he is too.
And so does Candace Owens. She's going real hard at Ryan. She says Ryan Reynolds is behind this whole thing.
Yeah.
I think so. Sometimes I think people
That
when
he kind of put it in Blake's ear to start this whole thing because that movie tanked, and she ended up looking really bad in the promotion of the movie, and so she instead of like letting it go because her reputation was kind of tainted, she decided to go after Justin Baldoni for it.
Well, we're not like a gossip show, obviously, but this story is so big because to me,
it won't stop.
It only gets worse, and it's two of the biggest celebrities in the world who, I keep coming back to it. I'm like, why aren't you just stopping? Now, you have to stop.
I guess maybe you could look at this and say it could be contrived for some sort of manipulating the media.
Did we learn nothing with the Johnny Depp Amber Heard? Do we want to hear about someone shitting in someone's bed again? Because that's what's going to happen.
That didn't help them at all.
No, this is not going to help either of them.
And nobody is understanding what the public is asking for, whether it be politicians, whether it be entertainment. The news cycle is shoving this stuff down our throats, and we're sick of it. We don't even care about the outcome of her versus him. We want them both to go away.
Yeah.
It's like with politics. Everybody looks at it and is like, I don't even care anymore. Just all of it go away.
Their careers end with this.
Yeah, it sucks, man.
Hopefully.
But anyway, we'll see what happens with it.
But there is, I think people enjoy the pettiness, and anytime, when it's not you, because you're like, oh my God, they shit in each other's beds.
I do like it when they do that stuff.
Or this guy's making characters.
Salacious, yeah.
He's putting out a movie and hiding shit.
People are comparing it because they're like, her best friend is Taylor Swift. Like, they put Easter eggs and things, and they're saying that they basically did kind of like a Taylor Swift thing and put Easter eggs in Deadpool.
I'm glad this is happening. Because it could not happen. It is so stupid. It's no death. It's not real. These people are rich.
Yeah. It's nonsense.
Yeah, they're rich.
Let's make fun of them.
Let's make fun of their flaws.
Yeah.
Anyway,
she also, in an interview that's been resurfaced, admitted to blackface, Blake Lively. I don't know if you guys saw that video, and she thought it was hilarious and, quote, made her a geek. You didn't see that?
No.
Or she said, one time I painted my face black.
Yes.
And it was hilarious. And all my friends are hilarious.
There's an interview with her, I think it was for the movie Accepted. It's with Justin Long. And she said, she was saying something like, oh, I'm a geek. And Justin Long's like, no, you're not. You're a hot chick. And she's like, no, I'm such a geek that one time me and my friend went to my house and I painted myself in bronzer to look like a black girl. And I got a Spice Girl wig. And I went out and tried to pretend to be like a black girl to get with this guy.
I hope the publicist is like, no!
What are you doing?
No! Why would you bring that up? It had nothing even to do with being a geek.
Has nothing to do with being
I was so confused about what you were talking about. Like, I don't even know what that means.
But publicists like, why did you just say you'd like to play video games or like on Marvel movies?
Yeah, you eat your boogers like Jelly Roll.
Why did you bring up the blackface?
She's not great in interviews. She's not great.
Yeah, it's true. She has a lot of bumbles.
If I was her publicist, I was like, all right.
I don't know that she has a publicist. I'm going to be honest. She does not have a stylist because she thinks she's the best stylist.
She dresses herself.
She openly said that she was basically the intimacy coordinator on this movie and now is claiming sexual harassment. So that's kind of bizarre.
You know what? We can end on that because that's an excellent thing we didn't even talk about. Maybe some of the problems that we're finding with her and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, are that they are control freaks, both of them, and they try to do everything.
I do believe that.
And you can't. It's impossible to do every single thing. You can't be the intimacy coordinator on your entire movie and then complain about the sexual harassment. It's like, well, that was you.
Yeah.
Sam, ask me about some nerd stuff.
Oh, God, I don't even know nerd stuff.
Well, one time, I'm glad you brought up some nerd stuff.
What's your favorite nerdy movie?
I'm kind of a nerd. One time, I went on this Nazi Facebook page,
okay.
And I became the head moderator, and still am.
Oh.
What the hell are you saying?
Why would you say that?
Don't say, just say.
Ask me about some nerd stuff.
Okay, hey, Daniel, you know you're kind of a nerd. Have you ever done anything nerdy?
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I'm drawing swastikas over here. What was that? Try it again. Hit me again?
Yeah,
sorry,
it's very bizarre.
Wasn't listening.
Very bizarre response
there.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Well, thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
For telling us what's going on. I'm sorry.
We don't have time for the Bad Baby Alabama Barker beef.
Okay, no. Tell us.
You know who Bad Baby is, right? Catch Me Outside?
Oh, yes, yeah. Made
you like her.
Millions of
she's
dollars.
Now, right?
On OnlyFans. No, she's tiny. She had cancer.
Tiny now? Oh, that's
right. She got cancer?
Yeah, she did.
She got cancer.
She did. Right after having a baby.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Young.
Just random.
I think she's 20.
Yeah.
What kind of cancer?
I'd have to look it up. I don't recall, but yeah, she went through chemo.
The irony of her not wanting to be caught outside because of a lowered immune system.
is this proof that there is no God or there is a God? And I'll explain.
No, she
she's
didn't
alive.
seem like a shitty person, really. She was doing like kid shit at the time. I want to remind people that she was like
She was like 15.
She was like a hood rat chick that was on Dr.
kid.
Phil. But so hood rat on Dr. Phil, Catch Me Outside. It goes viral. Yeah. She figures out
becomes a rapper, very successful.
Yeah, but
for her style.
Comes out with OnlyFans.
Yeah, as soon as she turned 18.
Makes like
I think it was $6 million in one day, if I remember correctly.
And then a total of over 25 million, something like that. I mean, some ridiculous amount of money.
I thought it was 40 million.
I mean, tens of millions she profited, and then everyone's like, oh, well, look at this story. Like, come from nothing, Dr. Phil.
Started from the bottom, now we're here. And now we're suing UMG.
But you also get a rare but like a rare young cancer that's got to be, I mean, insanely rare.
It's not very, doesn't happen very often.
Anyway.
Do you know who Alabama Barker is?
No.
That is Travis Barker's daughter.
Okay.
Did you ever watch, what was it, Meet the Barkers?
I did watch that.
I used to watch it too.
And it's funny to think that Travis Barker has been famous for that long. Because you'll watch that show, and that's when he was married to Miss America.
Yep.
Or
yeah.
Shayna,
Miss USA. Yeah, that's Alabama's mom.
Yeah, so Shayna, whatever her name was the original wife of Travis Barker, and then they had a TV show.
He had a couple kids.
Yeah, and he was famous then. He had like Cadillacs, and it was kind of like crib style.
His brand, the Almost Famous
Famous Stars.
I think it was Famous Stars and Straps.
Almost Famous is another movie, Papa. Almost Famous. That's about,
I don't know these
That's
shit.
about Elton John.
So Alabama
So
Barker.
they have been beefing. Apparently, originally back in December, Bad Baby accused Alabama of stealing her boyfriend, Levon. Then they started doing diss tracks against each other. You can pull up Alabama Barker's diss track if you want. She does a thing where she like whisper raps.
All right.
Now, 5 years ago, she was singing pop music, very vastly different looks and sound. But now,
here's one. This one's called. I think this one's called "Cry Baby."
Okay.
Bama don't say it.
Bama don't say it.
I better know some shit that you ain't never known.
This is about Bad Baby.
Your best friend and your BD, they been getting it on. And the sad part about it, you still gon' bring him home. And the funny thing about it, he still be in my phone. Poppin' shit like Vanna. You talk a lot on camera. You really asked that man, should I dye my hair like Bama? Hoes going outside, poppin'.
Is Travis Barker's wife
ex-wife.
Kardashian. He's now married to a Kardashian.
Okay,
This is his ex-wife.
Ex-wife, but is she a person of color?
No, she is not.
She's just white.
She is a white girl. She looks exactly like Alabama. Looks just like her mother.
Alabama is the daughter, and she's white, and she looks exactly like her mom, who is real white USA Miss USA
beautiful
white.
blonde woman, white blonde.
And Trump would go beautiful USA.
Yes,
it's like she is the.
And Travis Barker is just a white. Skinny redneck guy.
He's a white vegan nerd.
And because I can tell her, she's rapping like a black girl, right? Like in her style.
People are saying she's a culture vulture.
Yeah, because it
does appear that she is using.
She has developed an accent over the past 5 years.
Okay, yeah. Because it sounds like she has a Cardi B.
Let me see. Let me check.
Listen to her rap.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see a little bit more here.
Your best friend and your BD, they been getting it on. And the sad part about it, you still gonna bring him.
Yep, that's confirmed.
It
Confirmed.
doesn't seem like
checks out.
your dad's a white redneck. Your mom's Miss America.
He's also super
white.
soft-spoken. You ever hear him talk?
Yeah.
Like Travis Barker? Like, I mean,
She's
whispers.
also now in the Kardashian family circle, who also perpetuate a certain style that, they're also not black.
Right.
And neither is Bad Baby. Let's also get that clear. She's also just an Italian girl from Florida. So they're going back and forth.
Italian girls in Florida. They got the hairiest pussies, man.
Bad Baby released a diss track called Overcooked, in which she claims Alabama was having sex with both Soulja Boy and Tyga, and claims that she got pregnant by Tyga and had an abortion.
All right.
So these are very extreme claims. And now Alabama Barker has come out and denied both of these allegations. She said she's never had sex with either of these people. She has never been pregnant in her life. And Soulja Boy is now saying he's going to sue Bad Baby over her diss track.
Okay, here's a little Overcooked Bad Baby.
Bitch, you want my life, you want the dick I get. You want to worship the ground I walk on because you idolize me, bitch. Get it right or don't get it at all.
Okay.
Oh, you mad because you want 'em? And ain't get nothing, but you love him? This bitch a dummy. Oh, you want him and ain't get nothing?
Okay, that's not good.
What is
That's
that?
really bad.
I